Alright, taking a look at game 2, up against my opponent Mike, who plays Chaos Dwarfs, and I played against him last weekend with my Techless list, and he was the only person in that entire weekend to beat me, so really needed to get some revenge. I played terribly against him last weekend, but this time, as you can see, I've got my Warriors of Chaos, not really afraid of attacking him, and he's got a lot of concessions, so he's changed his list much less since last time. He's only got the, I think he's got an Earthshaker and a couple of Bolt Throwers, but he's got no Taurus Lord. He's got only a couple of level 2s, and he's got lots of blocks of Chaos Dwarves on foot and Orcs. As you can see, I've got my my Knights on either side of the battlefield, all my infantry just going straight down the middle, ready to pummel him, so really looking forward to doing that. Next photo shows you the left-hand side flank. I've even got some Hounds there and some Marauder Horsemen ready to move forward and annoy him. They aren't really going to be contributing to the fight, but everything else is. Got the Knights and the Chariot behind the hill to avoid getting shot first turn by Earthshakers. Next photo shows his blocks really massed up. He's got lots of Hobgoblins, got a big unit of Black Orcs, and guys on foot. So a fluffy army, an appropriate army for this this tournament. He's got a couple of units of Hobgoblins with bows in the front there, just screening his war machines, which is quite cool. Going to the next photo, during the last game against a Demon player, I forgot to use my War Shrine twice. Then I forgot to use it again this game, so I wrote myself a big note, which says, if you can't read it, note to self, use your War Shrine in the shooting phase, which, you know, ultimately helped me a little bit. I felt like the act of writing the note helped more than actually seeing it there, because after I had to do that, you know, I didn't forget to use it, and I managed to buff my troops somewhat, which was good. Oof. Next photo, really moving around here, taking it very carefully. He's got nothing to march block me, but he's got his Earthshaker to slow me down if it goes off. He wasn't particularly lucky with his Earthshaker this game, and what I managed to do was get an irresistible force casting of Pit of Shades onto his Earthshaker, wiping it out instantly. Now, if I'd thought of doing that with Techless, I would have thrashed him the other weekend, but this weekend I was on my game a bit more and dealt with that annoying threat straight up. So that's his biggest asset down the drain, or down the pit, as we should say, and now it's just a matter of my forces closing in on him. Next photo, sorry, this happened later in the game. You can see his Earthshaker still there, so that's what does eventually happen to it. Next photo, he's moving forward with his archers, but keeping his troops just back a bit and hoping that his shooting can do enough casualties to me. Unfortunately for him, missing with his bolt throwers on my Knights, so I'm able to keep stuff alive there. Next photo, moving further, ever further, just waiting to make sure that my infantry get in range before the Knights charge, so that I don't charge in piecemeal. I want to charge in with everything at once and smash them, rather than just charging in with like one guy at a time and getting beaten by massive combat res. So that's what's going on here. Kept the Chariot back because he's got a unit of Bull Centaurs on the left-hand flank out of sight there, so I'm preventing them from coming in and flanking me later on, which is something I thought was wise. Next photo, almost ready to charge. I've got all the guys within range. He's got really no choice but to either move back or just hold, and should be able to do some damage here. In the meantime, he's actually fled over the hill with some Hobgoblin crossmen. I'm managing to stay relatively intact with the amount of damage I'm taking from shooting, so things looking really good for the Chaos. Next photo, again, just a position where he's trying to break things up, but getting some shots off with his blunderbusses. I've got the War Shrine buffing the Warriors of Chaos with great weapons, which is good, but now just it's getting ready time to attack, so let's go to the next photo. I've got a position here where I'm moving the War Shrine around to get into combat as well, and the Chaos Knights just waiting for the Black Orcs to move forward, but unfortunately there's an annoying screen of Hobgoblin troops with bows in the way. Next photo, finally some combat. What happens here is the Chaos Warriors on foot with great weapons charge into the blunderbusses, slightly getting out of the charge arc for the Chaos Warriors on foot, so the Chaos Dwarf Warriors on foot, which is good, and the Marauders with 2 Sorcerers in them are charging the, and the War Shrine charging the guys in the background on foot. Again, Chaos Dwarves, no supporting characters, so his biggest units here are the Chaos Dwarf Warriors on foot with the BSB and the General, and to the right of them, as you can see in the photo, the Black Orcs, and the Knights are about to deal with those. I decided not to charge the General's unit with my lone unit of Chaos Warriors on foot, because he had a static combat res of about 7 there, and I had static combat res of about 3. I did have a BSB, but I didn't want to get broken there because the BSB is hanging back to give everybody else the BSB reroll break death bubble. So next step on the plan here is to charge the Black Orcs alone with the Chaos Knights and the Marauder Horsemen, trying to inch into the woods so I can charge them in the flank. That's the plan here. Next photo, a lot of damage being done in combat. Unfortunately for me, he's held with both units here, so I'm having to really just sort of wait for backup to come. But these combats are favourable. I've got guys with 2 attacks and strength 6 with the great weapons, and over there I've got a higher static combat res than he does, and I've got 2 Chaos characters and a War Shrine able to do damage. Next photo, finally the Knights get charged in here with the BSB supporting them into the Black Orcs, and what I really like about this is that I was able to charge out of the infantry unit, which are just hanging back there for sensible reasons, and charge out with the BSB alone. BSB's got a flail, so strength 7, 4 attacks, armor damnation, which is good. Knights moving in on their own, they've got a banner, and although the BSB isn't part of that Knight unit, he's contributing to the combat, able to get some precious wounds there, and my Marauder Cavalry moving around the side to flank if anything should go wrong and I need some assistance later on. He's moved his unit around with the Chaos Dwarfs in the middle to attack the guys which are in combat with his blunderbusses, so we can see how that turns out shortly. Next photo, this combat over here, the Chaos Knights with War Banner charging into the Black Orcs and, to be honest, murdering them as expected. That unit really is my best unit there, so against just Black Orcs, really doing quite well. I think he held in the first round, but in later rounds managed to really dish it out to him. Next photo, you can see what's going on here. The Chaos Warriors on foot with great weapons have broken the blunderbusses and have moved in to flank the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. They've got fear on them, so they managed to actually, that's the spell Shades of Death or whatever you can see with my handy card, allowing me to break through that combat and really getting in there. So that's going to assist the Marauders who have really not been able to break that unit of stalwart, really sturdy Chaos Dwarf Warriors in the middle there, but things going my way. Next photo, everything's pretty much crushed. I've managed to finally break that unit. He's moved forward with his Chaos Dwarf Warriors in the general. Haven't managed to break through the Black Orcs in the foreground, but have managed to break through in the background. I have managed to move up into the hill and attack his Hobgoblin crew with my War Shrine, and even his character up there. He had a Sorcerer on the hill. So really managing to destroy him here. Next photo shows you the general in my unit of Chaos Knights over there, just moving around so that the bolt thrower doesn't flank shot them, able to attack them a bit later on. And final photo of the game here, you see that I've basically, well, second to last photo, I've got everybody charging his Chaos Dwarves with the general in it and flanking from different sides, but not managing to break him, so didn't quite get the points out of that. That would have been massive points had he broken. And on the hill, Chaos Knights charging in to destroy the last of his crew. And that's it. Massive win to the Chaos Warriors. 2 wins into the tournament, feeling really confident, but my dice rolling's been great. Hopefully I can keep that up. We'll see how we go next round.